Hello and welcome. So here is the second part of Pages. We learned about the word processing options, but now here is the page layout. Page layout gives you a little bit more option on how to change the colors, the backgrounds. You have a little bit more say over where things go. It's a little easier to use. And so again, we have all these options here of pre-made templates that have placeholders on them that would be great to use with the kids if you don't want to spend a lot of time on the word processing part of things, but rather the creation of something. So to begin with, I am going to use a blank canvas page, which is the same thing as page layout, just different phrasing for it. I'm going to press choose. And my personal preference is to be able to see the whole page, so I'm going to change that to 100%. And now you can tell immediately that this page looks a little bit different than our word processing page. It shows all the pages here on the side, so if I were to add any more extra pages, you would immediately see them. They have a few more rulers on it. The top part looks a little bit the same, but also a little bit different. And basically on this page, you can see I'm clicking on it. I'm not finding my cursor. In order to type on a page like this, a page layout page, you need to create a text box. And you can type and change this just as you did in the word processing pages by choosing fonts, sizes, colors, all that fun stuff, the same place that it was before. The only difference here is that you are doing this in a text box. Your inspector looks almost exactly the same. Again, you're doing everything the same as word processing, but you have to do it in a text box. What's different about page layout is that when you create things like shapes, and I can again customize this by changing the color. Here is the line color on the outside of that shape. I can make it a thicker line if I wanted to. This time I can move things around the page wherever I'd like them to go. So I'm not constricted to the word layout to where it's just straight lines and I have to move that image by wrapping it around something. I can move these things wherever I'd like them to go. In fact, let's get that cat picture back on here simply by dragging it onto the page, and I can move this anywhere I'd like it to go. Now, what's interesting about these things is that you can create pictures, and a few of the grades have already done their own graphic pictures from this, but you can do this with really anything. It's a great geometry, it's great for artistic things, however you'd like to use this. So I'm going to go to Arrange, and I'm going to send this to the back. And now it hasn't really gone anywhere, but what it has done is that now when I move it over something, it's actually behind it. Let me change this to a white, so that you can see that the words are now on top of it. I'm going to hold down the Shift button and click on both of them and move it wherever I'd like it to go. And maybe I'm going to add a few more of these. I've created something the right size that I want, and now I'm going to go to Edit, Copy, click on the white paper, Edit, and Paste. I can also get the same size shape here. There are lots of different things you can do with page layout and with the word processing page in Pages. Your imagination is the limit. Have fun and let us know what you think.